Hey, good morning. This morning, I got a two-part subject matter that I would like to come from. The first part is, why does Black lives only matter when other races take them? Why does Black lives only matter? Why are we only concerned what happened to Black people when somebody from other races do it to us? And my second part is, why are Black women only important to Black men when the Black man is broke? Why are Black women so important to broke Black men? Why do so many successful Black men run so quickly to other races, other women? I once heard a famous rapper say he wants something that's exotic, as if Black women are not exotic enough, as if Black women were not so exotic when he was broke. It's not the fact that Black women were not exotic when he was broke. It's the fact that when he was broke, Black women were the only women that had interest in him. White girl didn't care nothing about him. The Hispanic didn't care anything about him. The Russian, the Australian, they did not care anything about him because he was just another broke Black man. But as soon as we get some money, we're running to some other race. Instead of empower, enlighten, and edifying our own women, creating other strong-minded Black children, we run somewhere else. I was talking to a friend of mine. She said, well, I heard most Black men think that Black women are just so loud and obnoxious and ghetto and ratchet. And I responded to her by saying, that's because whoever told you that have never spoken to another man from another race. She said, what do you mean by that? I said, if you go and talk to the white man, the Russian, the Mexican, the Australian, he'll say the same thing Black men say about Black women. Man, they too loud. They won't shut up. They so demanding, overly aggressive. That's not a Black woman thing. That's a woman thing. And until you understand the formalities of a woman, you cannot classify yourself as a man, at least not to me. So she said, excuse me, she said, it makes a little sense. No, it makes a lot of sense. It only made a little sense to her because she was a Black woman. Listen, there is no substitute for a Black woman, at least not for me, a Black man. Now, I'm not here telling anyone who to date, who to love, who to make children by. Hey, I am for everybody, but I am pro-Black. I would prefer to have a Black child. I would prefer to live in a Black community. I would prefer to do Black business. I mean, I'm just pro-Black. But that does not mean I won't go and buy something from the white man, the Russian, the Mexican. That's not what it means, because I will. If their product is worth buying, then I'll buy it. It does not mean that because I'm pro-Black, I love white people any less, because I'm a believer in the Creator, so I love equally. I do. But I'm also smart enough to know that the Creator made me Black for a reason. Being Black is a purpose of mine. I have a purpose being Black. So I stand firm on being Black. Black women tend to get put on the back burner by so many successful Black men. I can name a quadrillion Black men that have went out and got women from other races and nationalities. A quadrillion. These men that grew up in Black homes, raised by single Black mothers, turn their backs on Black women as soon as they get a couple of dollars and go out and get somebody else from some other race. Once again, I'm not saying do not date outside your race. I'm not saying that. Love who you love. But what I'm saying is, why not empower your Black sister? White men empower their black women all the time. I mean, I'm sorry, white men empower their white women all the time. How often do you see a white man with a black woman in a prominent neighborhood, coming from a prominent family? You don't see that often. But as soon as a black man get a little money, he wants to be somebody. He want to be connected to something, so he'll go out and get something that he's never had. That's fine. I'm not knocking you for doing whatever it is that you do. But black woman, I'm here to tell you, you are important, and you will be empowered, you will be enlightened, and you will be edified by me. Now don't get it twisted, because if you're ratchet, ghetto, loud, obnoxious, I'll let you know that too. But because you're ratchet, loud, ghetto, and obnoxious does not mean I will turn my back on my sisters. It's a lot of beautiful, fine white women, Mexican women, Puerto Rican women, Australian women, beautiful, fine. I've never dated a white woman, but I have had sexual intercourse with quite a few. But I found that it's nothing like a black woman. That's just me. I found it's nothing like a black woman. You ever had a black woman that once the sex was over, you could roll over and y'all can have a real conversation? You want to know why you can have a real conversation? Because you can relate. You can relate. Now, it's some black women out there that you just can't relate to. But it ain't because you can't relate to them. It's because most men can't relate to them. See, this loud, obnoxious, ghetto, and ratchet thing, it's not just a black woman thing. It's a woman thing. It's a woman's thing, not just black women. All women are loud, obnoxious, ghetto, and ratchet. You ain't never seen Real Housewives of Orange County, Silicon Valley? These rich white women just as ghetto as these poor black women. And they got money. So it ain't about no black, loud woman. See, black women are strong. And they voice their opinion. And most weak black men can't handle it. Now, me, myself, I give you a couple of minutes to be ghetto, loud, ratchet, and obnoxious, and then I'm going to put you in your place. And then if that continues, then I'll move on from you to another black woman. But I'll continue to move black woman to black woman until I find the black woman that fits me. I'm a man, and I think a black woman deserves a strong black man. Point blank, period. I feel that way. Now, back to why does black lives only matter when other races kill them? I found it strange that, we get mad at white people and Mexican people and Australians. We get mad at people for sticking together and not killing one another at such a high rate as we kill one another. Man, we kill each other so quick and strong that no other race has to kill us. They don't even have to kill us. We'll kill ourselves off at the rate we're moving. I'm a firm believer that what you put in is what comes out. What goes in is what comes out. What you put inside of you is what comes out. If you don't believe me, eat some corn and use the toilet. The corn will come out. So what you put here comes out. What you put here in your heart, whichever side it's on, it comes out. Our music. I find it hard to listen to. I find it very hard to listen to. Because at my age, I don't want to be kill, kill, bang, bang, shoot them up, I'll murder you motherfuckers and your mom and your daddy, kill the whole block. I don't want to do that. I don't want to watch every rap video and there's a girl twerking, booting up, and they throwing money on her because the strip club happens to be the scene of our lives. I don't want to do that. But when white people talk about the foolishness that goes on in our community, the first thing we say is, but you don't have the right to talk about it. They do. Everybody has the same right. I can talk about whatever goes on in our community just like I can in theirs. So they have the same luxury as I. Man, we have to start believing that Black Lives Matter. We have to start knowing that Black Lives Matter every day. When Lil Pookie from the 1600 block killed Lil Ray Ray around the corner, we have to be just as upset and demand accountability as we do when the white policeman kills, when the so-called KKK member kills, when whoever kills another black man. We have to be firm and believe that, look, we're going to do something about this. If Lil Pookie, if you kill somebody, Pookie, you will be held accountable. You will not get a pass because you black. We will not sweep it under the rug because you're black. It just does not work that way. We have to hold each other accountable, because once we hold each other accountable, then we all understand, the entire community understands the value of life. Look, a lot of times people don't fear the consequence because the consequence is not powerful or strong enough. So many times I've driven by Wells Fargo, Chase Bank. Who do I bank with? Neighborhood Federal Credit Union. And I thought to myself, I'm broke and I want to rob them people. But then the consequences sets in. Ooh, that's a little too steep for me. Because if I rob these people and get caught, and my chances of getting caught nowadays are extremely high. So you got to factor all of that in. If I rob these people and get caught, man, I'll do life in the penitentiary. And if you steal the wrong white person money, they may kill your ass. No, Goat, you don't want to do that. That's Goat talking to Goat. No, Goat, you go to work, Goat. Because the consequences are too dire. And see, in the black community, for a black man to kill a black man, the consequences ain't that dire. The white man don't care about you killing another black man. He'll give you a slap on the wrist. You might get probation. And it seems like us as black men don't care about killing other black men. And that, my friend, is a sad, sad notion to have. At the end of the day, Black Lives Matter every day. Just like white lives and Mexican lives and Australian lives, they all matter. But Black Lives Matter every day, all day. At least it should matter every day, all day, right here in our own community. We cannot allow the killing of one another, and no one says anything. I seen a post on Instagram that said, I'm just over here minding my business. If it ain't minding me, it ain't my business. But it is your business. Because we are a community, we are a village, we are a family. We cannot just be killing each other simply because of a disagreement. A red rag, a blue rag. You got more money, so I want to come take it. You my op now. Op, man, you've never been my opposition. There's not a black man on this earth that has ever been my opposition in my mind. Not my opposition, man. Because I love for real. I love strong. So you are not my opposition. You are my brother. So your life matters every single day. And that's the way it has to be. Black lives matter all the time, not just when somebody else kills a black man or a black woman or a black child. And we as a community have to take that stance that black lives matter every single day. So we have to know that our beautiful black women are important with or without money, with or without money, black man. You have to know and you have to demonstrate that our black sisters are important. Yes, they can be a little bit obnoxious, a whole lot of ratchet, sometimes ghetto and loud. But it does not take away from the importance of a black woman. Let me show you just how important a black woman is. If you want a black baby, 100% black baby, you must have a black woman, period. And we have to understand that black lives matter every single day to each and every black individual on this planet. We must hold each other accountable. We must move in love, peace, and joy inside our community and outside of our community. It's extremely important that we love on one another because here lately, we've been killing each other at an extremely high rate. Much higher than any police, much higher than any random shooting. We have killed each other at a high rate. So high that if nobody controls it, we'll soon be extinct. Ask yourself, how important is black lives to you, my black friend? Because to me, black lives are extremely important. Black women are more important than any amount of money. And you and I are a community, a village, and we should stand together and love on each other like never before.